You are very hard to read, like poker face here, but at the same time, like you don't really change too much. You're very slow to change. You like your routine. People think that you are wanting to change so much all the time or you're into all these different things, but and you have a very rich inner world and you do have a lot of goals, you do have a lot of dreams. I see you leaving a situation that's kept you emotionally and or financially stuck, physically, mentally, emotionally. It could be both here, most likely both. I'm seeing you leaving a situation like that. Something's going to be ruled in your favor here. There's eyes on you, there's people watching you. You're doing really well with what you're doing in a positive way. They might be comparing you to someone else and being like, oh wow, like someone that you know or someone who said something about you, and they're like, wow, like they're so different from what they person said that they were like here, or you thought they'd be more similar. But things are going to be starting to happen for you because you're detaching from things right now and you feel a little bit blocked by things and you feel a little bit apathetic, and it's because you don't feel like the most inspired in where you live right now. There's a lot of like rigidity that you're just not happy about, so you've just kind of disconnected. But I'm seeing justice happen for you. I'm seeing something committed for you after a while of not feeling fulfilled with something, and you've been trying and it's just been disappointments and dead ends, and you know that you're just not meant to stay where you are. And I think that's why, as much as you feel like apathetic and not as inspired, you're not as upset. Your nervous system isn't ringing the way it used to be anymore about the situation. Even though you feel a little bit a certain way still anxiety, I'm seeing that you've done a really good job with like taking back your power, and a lot of it's just like intimidation tactics, people that are not happy with themselves, and you're gaining so much strength, which is needed for this new chapter, which is going to be good. Like you're gaining your creativity and your intuition back. You're someone who's very intuitive, and there's been people have been kind of blocking it, or stress has been really blocking it. Sometimes you make things harder for yourself than you need to here, but you're long overdue for justice and judgment and some movement, even small movement. But I'm seeing there is a movement happening after a disappointment here, where something you didn't see when, I don't know, something you engaged in maybe when you were feeling more vulnerable or more limited in your life. But now that you're seeing like, even if you don't really see the clear road for yourself, you're seeing something here, and you're kind of restless here because you're ready for this new chapter even though you feel scared about it. It will help you. It's You're going to be very fulfilled, and you're going to make a lot of new connections, and there's going to be a lot of progress and movement. Now you've kind of ended your chapter where you are now, and so as much as you're apathetic, it's like you're gaining a lot of experience. You're very strong, spirit guides want to say. There's still some things you feel like your anxiety comes from your confidence and not feeling like you can go to this new beginning, and it's hard to feel excited about it when you don't know the complete details yet. That makes sense, right? But you have the ability to, you've been through worse, quite frankly. And you this is like a good thing. It's just you feel very overwhelmed. When the time comes to make this big change, you're gonna have a lot of energy. You're gonna be surrounded, more discerning and assertive about how to get through situations that are gonna be very much more in your favor. Where you're on enemy territory right now. You live in a hostile kind of energy that's just not for you. You've outgrown this community, or you never really were part of it. It's kept you small, and you're not small. You're not someone who should be kept small or in a box here. And a lot of like your confidence has come from, unfortunately, that environment seeping into you, whether people said it or not, that you thinking you're a bad person, and guilty conscience about their own guilty conscience that they've been projecting onto you. But your mind is a lot clearer now. You can see that for what it is. So when you get out of your situation, you're going to take off the ground running, because of just how much you've been sharpened by the situation that you're in, even when you were being bothered, even when you felt like you're being tolerated. You always knew deep down that these people, you just rubbed them the wrong way because you've dealt with this before in your life. So you were prepared for it, and you had proper boundaries. coming into this situation, and they still were awful. And I think that's why it hurt the most, is that you had really good boundaries for it and still people crossed them. So it was really, really blatant, the disrespect, and it, you're angry about it, but now you've turned it off and you kind of pity these people and see things for what it is. But I'm seeing this like new connection or new relationship here, whether it's a friendship, it's definitely a soul connection that's really gonna help you. You're both gonna learn so much from each other. It's gonna make things easier for you for anything that is on the outside still really hard to deal with here. But there's a new journey coming for you for sure here. So if you want to know more, check out my pinned post on my profile. Ciao.